you. It's 45 minutes long. We all okay with that? Good. This one's called Feet Following Each Other. 6.5 billion. And that's the approximate population of planet Earth at the time of writing. Each fighting for a place to find a space in the so-called human race. But look, if it's a race, who's winning? Then again, who cares? See, I know I'm grinning as I'm spinning off my chart, playing my part in my search for art's capabilities. I'm using lyrical facilities to put at ease my dark thoughts, the large naught in my bank account, or any other cause for doubt. You see, my words are simple. My metaphors are weak. But every time I speak my lines or write new rhymes, I blow the dust off my skin. So give me the lights, give me a stage, give me a mic, give me a page, and I'll unleash my rage from its cage of nonsense, or speak easy and just flow freely from my conscience. See, I was lost for years amidst thoughts of me, myself, and beers, but I gave myself enough flack when it took one pen, one pad, and I was back. So this one is a dedication to the Federation of the Lonely Souls, not feeling the warmth but only cold, when each day's a year, stuck in a maze of tears, finding new ways to fear, each sun up and sundown, each sun up's a come down, so I run now, not from anything, but to somewhere. You see, I was sick of my shadow, so I swapped it for a reflection. Not because I'm vain, man, to think that you've got to be a bit weird. I mean, look at me. I've got a ginger beard. If I remain self-conscious like an old me I used to know, trust me, the electric copper fuzz would be the first to go. No. When I swapped it to remind me of what I'm not anymore, so I can look into my own eyes and realize that for me to be alive this way, right here today, is a blessing, considering all the messing about with health, wealth, and pointless waste I used to taste. So yeah, in my own way, I have suffered my fair share of punches, but I can sway, bob, and weave in a way that you wouldn't believe. When I'm breathing deep at the foot of each hill. The cold air equals nothing but a chill. My shit time sequels nothing but a thrill. I contemplated popping those happy time pills, but now I inspire myself. And I'm far from having my fill. So my feet follow each other as I start the first of my climbs. To you lot, and it may seem like nothing but a bunch of washed up rhymes, but they have redefined the meaning of lifelines, so I sign my scribbles to the rhythms of my times. I've forgotten how to plummet. So my head looks to the summit, which seems so far away. I mean, I'll never make it in a day, but I head towards it anyway. Any way is the motto in my mind, with a big ball of maybes. I'm still to unwind as I find new paths, new directions. See, in my own case file that's not open to inspection. I don't waste a smile, man. I made that correction as I move with control. Just think of that reflection. See, my reflection's a reflection on your reflection, because we each affect each other from one room to another, individually moving in our herds, like a script's been written by the birds, because our pictures do speak 1,000 words. Although, rethinking that as I speak from the floor, I guess it'd just be more efficient to draw. Anyway, climbing from the deep, the first bit's steep and the wind's strong. It's like I'm working my limbs wrong, but I keep moving and proving I can as I stand tall against the elements, because I am. Man, I am. Say it to yourself while there's still hope in your veins, whilst you've everything to gain. If your mind still ticks and your chest beats heat, then you're living in the fast lane. Succumb to what your imagination arouses. Spend time throwing stones in glass houses. Your words are your choice, so open up and vent your voice. Your words still work, they're not broken. So don't keep them hidden. Man, keep them spoken. Listen, I know what it sounds like, and I really don't mean to preach. I'm just used to a wise man's speech. He said, don't be the next anyone. Just be the first you. And I tell you what, man, I was black and blue, beaten down by life before I realized that was true. Because you, me, and everyone you see can help themselves, each other, a brother, mother, or whatever. Because if we want change, then we've got to break the notes. So the next time you're feeling the self-pity because your day's been shitty, fear not, right? Because it's my revival bit. It's my look forward to something each day survival kit. And obviously, feel free to adapt it to your taste. But this is what I do to make sure I keep getting through the it's rougher than a play fight daylight hours. Right, permission for an intermission. Now, the first bit is to take care of the food. Now, I'm sure you'll probably laugh, but it sort of dictates my mood. So, I'll picture it, I'll be resting on my knees, and it's usually a ridiculous mess of Chinese. Too much to eat, but my eyes and my belly still have to compete. Then step 2, and slowing enough to think without having to explain yourself with ink is unfortunate, but involves picking up a wee bit of drink. Right, then the final chapter that you have to measure is to decide your viewing pleasure. So make sure your alarm clock's not set, and begin at the beginning of a box set till you drift off and forget about everyone being pissed off. Look, man, it's simple, it's cheesy, but fuck it works for me. Simple pleasures, simple mind. Man, why complicate things when they're absolutely fine? Why create solutions to problems that don't exist? When we're drunk, why do we call it pissed? And who has ever touched anyone with a barge pole? Sorry. Getting off topic. Sometimes I just wish I could think a thought, then stop it. But look, the intermission's over, so back to the beat of the feet pounding hard up the hill. You know, it's amazing when you truly go for something, how shit times can be a thrill. Even when each letter will only be a bill, and I tell you what, do not fuck with a man on a mission, because his looks will kill. Why tell someone they can't when you think they might? Why take their day and turn it into night? Just take a passion and reinvent sight. Don't go quietly into the night. Don't shut the fuck up without a fight. Look up, not down. Don't fear looking like a clown, because you don't need to stand so tall, because there will always be something to catch you if you fall. So one foot in front of the other. Man, quicken the pace, rejoin the right race, space out and ignore the pain as you climb. Man, do anything. Write a rhyme, build a business, become a dad, pick something that makes you glad, grateful, happy to have life. Then don't take heed, build up some speed, because that rolling stone gathers no moss. So be your own boss and set fire to the doubt in you. Turn the side of the mountain blue with the core of your flame as you hurtle higher. Even when your heartbeat starts to tire and you flash back to when you were called a joke, give them someone to put in their pipe and smoke. Get higher. Man, even if they said you were nothing but a nearly man, at the rate you're clearing ground, you fucking clearly can. Dig in. Feel the ache in your stride. This is how reflections fill with pride. And despite you dying for respite, put up your best fight, because there will always be people who like to see others fail, just so they can sit on calmer waters and sail. Get higher. Man, even if they think you're this lyrical mess, you could be today's miracle guest in these eyes, hearts, minds of people that didn't fucking see you coming. You know, right then, it's worth all the running, because your one bit of effort could be someone stunning. So enjoy the view whilst you got it. And even if others aren't, just be fucking proud of yourselves, because of that select few, man, you could hit that nail on the head. And because of that, despite how I usually come across, man, I refuse to fail till I'm dead. Thank you very much for having me. I'm done.